Hello and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we are going to be learning how to do math in PHP. Now let's go down to our Visual Studio Code and let's create a new file. We call it math.php. Alright, so enter. Then let's create using the shift and 1. Get in the declarations for the HTML, then we just put in a PHP syntax right there. Okay, so we are good to go. Now, what really is math in PHP? So we just a summary, just a brief explanation. Math is just about calculating numbers. That is just the brief explanation of everything that we have to we're going to be discussing in this lecture, just about calculating numbers. Now let's move on, and we have echo 50 plus 45. Okay, 45, I mean, put a semicolon right there. So we can actually do an addition. We can do an addition. So there is an inbuilt calculator right inside our PHP to help us to calculate these two numbers. Okay, so if we move on, let's go check what we have there. So I'm going to be bringing this right here, so we don't have to be going up and down the whole place. Alright, okay, fine. Alright, perfect. Now let's change this right here to math.php. Alright, so we have 95. Now let's put in a break right there so we can put in another function, another operation. So we have echo, we have 60 minus 20 semicolon. Okay, so that will give us 40. Okay, so you see that there is the result going in here because there is a math calculator already in the PHP that can help us to calculate any math tags that's going into that particular operation. So I'm going to copy this and paste. So we can also divide, use the division. All right, so this will give us a result. Okay, and we can use the multiplication, so asterisk will help us to achieve that. So multiply. All right, so giving us what we have here. Okay, so this in case, okay, let's try to change this to 5. Okay, so this is 2.4, and this is a float value. This is an integer that we have here. Integer, we have the float, we have the integer, and we have the integer. So we can also do something like this. I'm just gonna put that here. You can do something like this: 45 plus we have 34 multiply by 45, then we have divided by 421 minus 45. So this has obviously a result. So let's reload this. Okay, so we see the result of what we have calculated right here. Now let me show you some other thing before I end this lecture. I have echo 5 plus 5 multiplied by, then multiply 10. Now let's get the result of this. What's that? Okay, I refuse to put a semicolon at the end of this. Sorry for that. Oh, semicolon is still missing. Oh, okay. All right, now let's go back. Let's put in an echo break so we can see exactly the result that is going in there. All right, so we have 55. Now, how come are we having 55 here? Because if we look at this, we have 5 plus 5 multiplied by 10. This is supposed to give us 100. But in PHP, and obviously in our secular way of doing mathematical operations and calculations, we know that if we wanted to actually do this particular operation, there will be a parenthesis right here. If we are to run this kind of operation, there should be a parenthesis right here that should give us this that should give us the particular result that we have in our mind, that we have in our heart, the 100. All right, so doing this kind of operation, we should know that when we are working on this in maths, when we are doing maths, we should know that for we to actually do this kind of operation, there must be a parenthesis. But if we don't have a parenthesis, I'm going to be telling you that using in the mathematical setting, multiplication comes before addition, division comes before addition. So that's what's really happening here. What's really happening here is that the multiplication comes first before the addition. So what happened here is that 5 multiplied by 10, okay, 50, then it went ahead and added this 5 that is here. That's why we have the result 55. That's just a reason why it's giving us the value 55, because this particular operation, if you know, if you remember in BODMAS, okay, when we are doing mathematics, we have bracket, we have of, which is multiplication, we have division, we have multiplication before we have addition and subtraction. So that's what is really happening here. The multiplication comes before the addition. That's why we have the result as 55. All right, so that's just it about the math operations and how we actually do this mathematical operations in PHP. So I'm still going to be later on in the course of the lectures, in the course of this PHP course, I'll be showing you the built-in math functions that we're going to be using to help us do some operations in our PHP. All right, thank you for your time, and see you in our next session. Bye for now.